Hello my wonderful viewers, welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch constructively as we watch this video, my people.
At present, it is assent to that bill. For you as a lawmaker, did you see this coming? How did it make you feel when you heard that the president has refused to assent to the bill?
Well, I must confess that I didn't see this coming. So that's why I would say that I'm surprised that the president didn't accede to it. But I'm not disappointed yet. Why I say so is because after we got this almost like surprising or shocking response from the president, because Nigerians and we, as you said, painstakingly worked on the Electoral Act amendment, having heard from the people, interacted, went back and forth between us, that is the Senate and the House of Rep, would give and take. And the majority of Nigerians that we represent, or that these laws are meant for, were optimistic that the president will sign on to it. And to my surprise, as I said, the president, withheld his assent and returned it back to the National Assembly. So that was why the response was, wow, and it drew a lot of sentiment, to the extent that some people in the Senate, for example, that day started collecting signatures, and to what I know, about 80 people, or 81, reacted in that direction. But then we calmed down for that day, we went into closed session, and then talked to ourselves. At the end of it, we agreed that, look, let's go back to the people that we are representing. Let's even reach out to the executive. What happened? Why? Then let's come back and take a decision. And that is where we are now. So that's why I said I'm surprised, but I'm not disappointed. And I can tell you that for me, for example, I have access to the president. He has his reasons. Of course, he wouldn't withhold his assents without reason. But the thing now is that we, APC especially, have the majority in both chambers. In fact, in the House of Rep, we have more than 2/3 already. And as a party, I think we should not wash our dirty linens outside. And I hope that we are disagreeing to agree. And that's how it's supposed to be. So there should be more discussion, more dialogue, more understanding, so that at the end of it, we'll come out on a win-win situation. And that is to say, to reflect or to make a law that Nigerians want. For now, majority of Nigerians favor direct primaries. That is the biggest controversy in the amendment. And for now, also, majority of Nigerians prefer the issue of electronic voting. And for the way I'm hearing, majority of Nigerians, especially in the educated and elite section, they favor electronic voting. I don't. And my position is clear. And some people went out to even insult and all that. Well, that is politics. I'm entitled to my own opinion constitutionally, and I have my reason. Then, coming to the direct primaries, that is where, again, the president and the governors, as it is made to understand, are not comfortable with. But me, I'm comfortable with that. And why do I support direct primaries, for example? Is because we are in democracy. Democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It did not say democracy is government of some people, or democracy is government of individuals. Democracy is government of the people. So I believe that as many number of people or Nigerians that are qualified to vote, whether in general election or as a party member, should be allowed to do that. That is what the direct primaries is all about. And I feel that it is to deepen democracy. But those that are against it are saying now, number one, the parties should be allowed to decide, because it's already in the both parties' constitution that you can use three methods of election: consensus, direct primaries, indirect primaries. That if you have a political party, those political parties should be allowed, and when you say political parties, including all the members, should decide as to which of the mode of primaries would they adopt. And you see, if you look at it critically, they are right in their opinion. But besides, I think what contributed much to the president's withholding the assent is because of the experience from the direct primaries, which APC is known to have favored, even in the last election. In the primaries of 2019, the general consensus is that where possible, direct primaries is preferred, especially by the president. But the process of that direct primary was abused again. There are some states, even recently, where they went and conducted direct primaries. The candidate won, I think, over 200,000 votes. When it came to the election, he got less than 40,000, or is it 50,000? Less than 50,000.
Okay, based on the president's refusal and the agitations in the National Assembly that they want this, and that's why I asked if this is a governor's versus...
No, I don't think so. When the tensions are up, I don't know.
You think it was it tension that made lawmakers begin to collect signatures?
Yeah, it was like, why would 469 of us take a decision after all this while without people talking to us or even convincing us? And you see, and that's why I stand with the National Assembly. I'm a member though. 469 of us that were elected by Nigerians to represent them. And this is one of the decisions or the amendment that we did to the electoral bill that we have carried Nigerians, majority of Nigerians, not all Nigerians. But unfortunately, because of disconnect between us and the executive, they said disconnect. This is happening. But I hope that before we resume, we will be able to make contacts and then come up with an agreeable position where we will have, as I said, a win-win situation.
But do you see the National Assembly going ahead to override the president?
Well, I don't know. I can't say that. I can't predict what will happen. But for me, I think we will not get there. We will not. Because we are now talking to ourselves. And I think And I've talked, I personally also have reached to some of the leaders. I say, why don't you call some of the leadership, lock yourself in a place and then talk to ourselves and agree on something, not really talking about overriding. No.
Especially because it's an APC-dominated National Assembly and an APC
So we should have a win-win situation. Like saying, okay, what is it that you really don't like in the
direct primaries?
Okay, if it is the direct primaries, what is the problem with the direct primaries?
But
so if you say, oh, remove direct primaries and leave so and do so, or amend it, or I think we'll get to that.
But then for the PDP, it seems like it's beyond the direct primaries. The PDP says this is a front against electronic transmission of results.
No, I don't think so. That electronic transmission is good, but we are not there yet. It's more futuristic than being realistic. I said it several times, and I'm not changing my position based on where I come from, and based on recently what the Punch reported in its paper 2 days ago. It says now that over 307 local governments don't have the infrastructure. You go and check it. It's confirming what I'm saying. From 774, if you take out 307, that's nearly 40%, isn't it? Now you are saying that if you are to go electronically, you are likely to de-enfranchise 40% of the voters. That's clearly how it is. When they talk about electronic voting, for example, in the north or in Borno State where I come from, up to now, we are without electricity. We have been for 1 year, nearly 1 year. 10 months to be exact. There are some areas that don't have network, including my local government, because of the insurgency that have destroyed almost all the infrastructure of communication. Electronic voting was conducted in America, and there were problems. It was hacked. That's America. And it was not hacked in America. It was hacked, purportedly hacked from Russia. Now Nigerians want to go that way. Are you not going through, you're not inviting problem?
Let's go to party politics now, distinguished. The APC is yet to hold its convention, and we hear that there are concerns that the February convention should be postponed as well. Is this a concern for you as a party?
Yeah, really. It is a big concern for me. It's a big concern for me. The party, the governing party, should not be in this situation. But we are realistically in it. So the next thing is to hope that we'll get out of it in one piece. We have suffered for that previously. And that takes me back to the issue again of primaries. We lost 2 states as a result of that. Zamfara, Rivers. All because of the way some individuals insist on manipulating the system using the position or the power they have at hand or at their disposal, which is not good. And that is, I think, as I said, what makes it. And now, the same thing. The party leadership, that is the caretaker, is trying as much as possible to satisfy everybody, and it ends up not satisfying anybody. Because the moment you try to do that, it won't work. The best thing is to go through the due process and the established system. As a governing party, the board of trustees is not there 6 years into our government. The National Working Committee of the party is not there. The National Caucus is not there. We only have the caretaker. And also the caretaker is also handicapped. Because if you act as a sole administration of the party without necessarily engaging, widening the engagement process, and then you end up having decisions taken by few people, and it normally won't go down well, no matter how good it is with the majority, because they did not participate. Look, democracy is all about participation. When you open your doors for communication, discussion, even if you we lock ourselves in this room now, and insist that, look, we must come out with something. We will disagree. We will raise our voice. To some extent, we will even fight. But at the end of it, if we insist and the door is locked, that if we don't reach a decision, we will not get out. Maybe two people out of the 4 or 5 of us here will disagree, but the 3 will agree. And then you say to us, this is democracy. You can have your say, but we that have the majority now will have our way. So the position of the APC is that we should not override the president. We will come out and say, so the party have said, and my party is superior, so I'm going by the party's decision. For example, myself, I'm caught in the middle. I'm close to the president. I can't see myself coming out to say, look, override Buhari. And at the same time, I can't come out in the middle to say, look, Dume today cannot even take his decision. He's gone with Buhari's decision. I don't know what even my children will think about it. So I have to find a way of, as I said, having a win-win situation, not necessarily compromising my principles.
In terms of the chairmanship aspirants of your party, there's quite a number of them, a lot of them former governors.
Yeah.
But what do you look for in that candidate?
I look for a candidate that is matured, that can bring people around, that can act as, not only the chairman of a party, but a respected leader of the party, somebody that is like a father to all, irrespective of your belief and all that. I'm looking forward to that. But first of all, it has to be zoned. It has to be zoned. Our party has not taken decision on that.
The chairmanship position?
Yeah, it has not been zoned.
Does that also mean zoning the presidential ticket?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what effect will that have on your party in the 2023 elections? Do you think that zoning will positively affect your party?
I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know even what not even tomorrow. What will happen in the afternoon? I don't know. Only God knows. But I believe strongly, I have made my position clear. As a party member of APC, I'm supporting the zoning of the presidency to the south. And that means that the chairmanship should go to the north. Then in the north, there is northwest, northeast, and north central. The presidency right now is in the northwest. So I personally believe that the chairmanship of the party should not go to northwest. It's either northeast or north central. Now, if the party were to listen to my own position or take my position, that means the decision of who or where the chairmanship is supposed to come from will either be northeast or north central. Only then will I be able to come out of those that are coming from that zone to say I'm supporting so candidate. But I think it is so premature now for me to say I'm supporting a candidate and for me to tell you that I don't have a preferred candidate. I have a preferred candidate if it goes to northeast. I have a prepared candidate if it goes to north central. I don't have a prepared candidate if it goes to northwest.
The zone in the presidency to the south that you mentioned, why have you taken that position?
Because the current president, when we formed APC, and a decision was not in writing taken in principles that the presidency should come from the north. That's why then President Muhammad Buhari, late Sam and Isaiah, Kwankwaso and Atiku, all from the north, contested. The only person from the southeast that participated, not contested, was Okorocha. And he had his gubernatorial ticket in his pocket. That's why I say he participated, not that he contested. And the results of that election showed that APC has really made its mind to have a candidate from the north. And we had candidates from the northeast, that is Atiku. We had two candidates from northwest, Buhari and Kwankwaso. We had one candidate from the north central, and that is late Nda Isaiah. This time, after the 2 terms of President Muhammad Buhari, it is only natural and in interest of justice that the presidency should go to the south. Now we have southwest, southeast, and south-south. A candidate should, from any of this zone, be allowed to contest and let the members of APC decide.
We've talked a lot about general politics and your party. Let's talk about you. Talk about you. You've been a senator for a while, came from House of Representatives to where you are now. What's your next move? Still want to be a senator?
Honestly, I grew up in the legislature. I've been there for a while. And for me, it's National Assembly.
You don't want to be a governor?
No.
Why?
One, I am too old. To me, that's my thinking. I'm 63 years now. I feel that the governorship job should be given to a more younger person that has the energy. And secondly, is because I personally don't, I'm not cut for executive position. All my life, I've been a lecturer, and then from there, I came to the legislature in 2003. And as I told you, I'm 63 years old. And religiously, based on my own conviction, I feel that nobody should go and contest for an executive post. Let the people decide. I don't see the possibility, but God can do anything. I don't see the possibility of people coming to me, but it has happened in the Senate. My coming to the Senate was not my making. Sometimes I think I'm too radical for Senate. My soul and body used to be, up to now, in the House of Rep, where it is more vibrant, where you have younger people, more energy to express themselves. But now I'm constrained. After I try to be myself. You say, you are a senator, don't do this, you are a big man. No. So that cuts me down. But as I told you, for me, number one is God. God will decide what I'm going to do and why but my mind, to me, I'm not praying to be a governor. But if God says, you are a governor, what can I do? But for me to go and struggle to be a governor, you can quote me, I will not do that.
How about Senate President? You've always wanted.
No, for Senate President, I tried, and if I'm a senator, if I come back in 2023 as a senator, why not? But it also depends on the circumstances that I find myself. For example, if the position is not in favor of the Northeast, I cannot go and struggle to say I want to be the Senate President. I try to respect the party as much as possible. Why I say as much as possible is that I will not compromise my position or my right, like the last experience where Adam Oshomole, I put his name there because he was the one single-handedly that orchestrated that move where I was alienated to be seen as, what do I call somebody? I'm a bona fide child of APC, but I was treated as if I'm not a son of APC. And that also is not fair, but that is history. Where is Adam Oshomole today? That is how God works. I was unfairly treated by Adams Oshomole. And at the end of it, you could see how the party treated him, or the circumstance treated him.
But considering how it seemed to the party at the time that you refused to back down despite
No, not that. Adam Oshomole, not the party. I want you to correct that.
Okay, so you had the support of the party, but
no, not that I had the support.
Oshomole.
The party is being guided by its constitution. The constitution allows me to contest. There is nowhere in the party constitution that gives the National Working Committee or the chairman of the party to take a decision to say, don't contest. And there was never a time that the party APC caucus sat down then to say, okay, between you and Amelan, go and inside the room and make sure you come out with only one person or three people.
So that was not a party decision then?
No, it was not. It was Adam Oshomole's decision.
But then do you think that now you will have the party's blessings if you decide to run for Senate President and it is zoned to your region?
Of course, why not? If the position is zoned to my region, I don't think, even you will say, Terry, you say contest. Because I'm not going to wrestle anybody. It's a matter of contest. Giving the senators the opportunity to decide who is going to be their Senate president. And remember, I said to my colleagues that I don't want to be senator's president. I want to be Senate president. And this is where we are having the problem now. Because we are more or less having more of senators president. And that also is contributing to what you observe, that the attendance and participation and also is very low. You are supposed to be a committee of equals with one person among you presiding. And that person should not even have his own opinion. His opinion should only come in when there is a tie. The Senate President and the Speaker, for example, these days, normally come out to say, the House will do this. Who are they to say that? It's wrong. You will say the Senate will take a decision. Not that you will say that you will decide. You don't decide. You don't have the right. And you swore to do that, not to put your personal interest. But that is not what is happening now. And that is where we get it wrong. So the blame goes to them. And it rubs on us. Like we are being called rubber stamp. But you know I don't look like rubber stamp. No senator is a rubber stamp. None. It's not fair. Is it not when you are given the chance to speak your mind, to decide that if you decide wrongly or you just decide to jump to it, that you say, oh yeah, a rubber stamp. But you know, that is not the case. And this is because of the system itself. Recently, because of what is happening, I tried to read into how the Senate of the USA operates. If you go, Terry, to look at that, you will see that you can't call yourself, I can't call myself a senator, judging by what a senator in the United States is.
Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if it is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel and you like what I do, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, Share this video, leave your comment in the comment section. You are free to criticize, but let us do it always constructively. Remain blessed. I appreciate your massive support and I love and cherish each and every one of you. Until I meet you again in my next video, for now I will say bye-bye.